Somebody in the comment section of my last video said that my lazy sound and the fact that I burp and leave it in was the final straw for them. So, to remedy that, I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, I'm Fat Sajak, and my sound is lazy, and sometimes I burp. And yes, there's always a pile of laundry behind me, because my life is a pile of laundry. It's not dirty laundry. It just always needs to be folded. And that's where it goes, until it gets folded. At least take heart knowing it's a new pile of laundry every time. At this point, it's like my co-host. Anyway, hi. How's it going? How are you today? I did close the door. So, and the children are at school. So, nobody needs anything from me right now. Today, we're just gonna do a little quickie about James Charles, because Lord knows YouTube loves to demonetize my Jimmy Chuck videos. However, today is a tale of two things can be true at the same time, and I thought this is a really wonderful way to emphasize that, or something. I don't know. It's just something that's happening on the internet, so I'm going to talk about it. So if you logged on to Twitter, the social media platform I refuse to call by its new name, the way that us Chicagoans never conformed to calling the Sears Tower the Willis Tower, whatever they have named the Hancock building now, or just calling Lakeshore Drive, Lakeshore Drive. I will never call it X. Never. Even if there's a fire.
You don't know anyone named Johnny Hopkins.
So if you've been logged into Twitter the past few days, you might have seen a name trending on there and thought, I wonder what's going on with that guy. Yeah, it was James Charles. James Charles Dickinson. You know the one. Because you're probably like, oh, his name's trending. Sure hope he wasn't sending lewd photos to minors again. And then when you clicked on it, you were in one of two camps. You were either in the camp that was like, oh my god, my eyes. Please, please, please someone rip them out of my skull. Or you were in camp 2, which was, well, I don't see it. I don't see it. Why are we burning out our eyes? And eventually camp 2 became camp 1, and everyone got to see that James Charles had some graphic content leak. Now, obviously, we're going to assume that James did not do this himself. I was listening to Peter Mon talk about it this morning when I woke up at 4:30 in the morning for no reason other than to talk to my anxiety. His framing of it was basically like, what would be the advantage of James Charles leaking these graphic photos and videos of himself enjoying himself? What would be the advantage of that for him? Because that's not going to take him down like a Kim K route, or you know, that there's no real advantage. And I mean, I agree, but I also kind of disagree, because listen, we are in an age where any press is good press. And nothing will get people talking faster than bad press. Now, I'm not speculating that he leaked this himself. I actually don't think he did. But I don't think that it is out of the scope of possibility that he could have. Or would have, I suppose, is a better way to say it. Now, assuming he didn't, these photos and video that will haunt my dreams until the end of time could and are essentially considered revenge porn, which I think we can all agree is bad. Bad. No good. If that were a bigger problem than people using gay to mean stupid, Hillary Duff would have made a PSA about it. That's how bad it is.
You really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad.
In addition to that being bad, we also know that James Charles is bad, right? Not like a but or however, but like those two things can exist side by side. Revenge porn on anyone is bad. Period. Full stop. James Charles is also bad. Period. Full stop. That doesn't mean I'm relishing in that this happened to a bad person, because revenge porn, still bad, okay? I want that message to be very clear before I continue speaking. Because my next question, as I sit here and pontificate on the life of someone else that I don't know.
Has James Charles actually learned anything in the past few years?
And here's why I ask. Obviously, in this day and age, dating and hookups and most things are things that we do digitally, online, not in person. So I would never begrudge someone for pursuing a relationship or a hookup or whatever you want to call it with somebody online. Like, I get it 100%. But like, here's my thing. This leak came from an app that's called Monkey. The Monkey app is a video chat and social networking app that randomly matches strangers for a 15-second face-to-face video call. Now, I don't know if there's age restrictions on Monkey that are heavily enforced. Because, like, yeah, you need to be 13 to have a TikTok account, but, like, how are they going to prove that? Well, I don't condone the leaking of someone's private, personal, intimate photos, videos, anything. Again, revenge porn, bad. I have to wonder if maybe all of these times, the sentiment echoing throughout the room, any room that James Charles is in, that says, stop trying to fuck people on social media platforms. I wonder, had James Charles potentially taken that advice, held it in his stupid fucking hands with his giant fucking eyebrows and marble mouth ass cadence, and instead unhinged his jaw and just like shoved that information down his throat and really like went with it, you know? There's so many ways there's so many dating sites. There's so many ways you can meet people in the world. You could also just stop being Again, I want to reiterate, revenge porn is bad. I am not condoning someone leaking revenge porn of James Charles because I don't like him. That's not what's happening here. I just think that if James Charles had perhaps taken a hot second throughout the course of these few years, and instead of trying to date or hook up more covertly on different social media platforms, instead of not trying to hook up with anybody on any social media platforms, it might have saved him a little bit of heartache here. So my point is that two things can be true. Revenge porn is always bad, and it can happen to a patently bad person. And was that the point? I don't know. Now I've heard, I can't confirm or deny, but I've heard that the person in question was of age, which we've learned something. All that growing and learning and changing really just came to fruition. Like, get offline. Go outside. You're not that famous. Like, you're well known a little, but like, you're not that famous. Like, you could go, although I guess you're probably more famous now for trying to hook up with teenagers. But listen, there's gotta be a low standards, low self-esteem gay guy out there who wants to be your sister slut. Go forth and find that person. stop with the... Stop. Just stop. Just sister, stop. Okay. Well, that's really all I had to say. I don't really have any, like, finer point. I just kind of want to talk about it, and I feel like I've been hearing a lot of discourse on both sides. Jimmy Chuck can be a piece of work and also not deserve to have revenge porn leaked on him. I'm not going to say that I care, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to be like, thoughts and prayers, Jimmy Chuck, because, like, he preyed on children. And to me, that's a more important issue than whatever his butthole was looking at. All right. I gotta go. I'm off to make fun of Shane Dawson now. See you trolls in the comments. Bye.
It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering, and they were blazing that shit up every day.